welcome to a brand new episode here on Britain's Farm. I forgot where I was. um, as you can see, we're out in the Volvo today, and we're just doing some disking. So we'll get the disking done. The reason, because in the last episode I had Courseplay doing it, and the idea was that I was going to go behind Courseplay and just drill while Courseplay was kind of getting on with the disking, but it missed far too much on the corners, and I just kind of sort of thought, well, actually, if I'm having to go back and do half the stuff that you've missed, I might as well just do all of it. So we're out in the Volvo today, getting on. The field work is continuing in earnest, and it won't be long before the field work is done, but until that point we need to crack on. As I say, our little farm is gradually growing, admittedly with this land with the help of Richard, but it is gradually growing, and we are expanding our horizons, and hopefully we should be buying some more land soon. Obviously I've got the farm expansion to do as well, so more land is going to have to wait just for a little bit, but so yeah, we're going okay at the moment. I'd like to get the farm expansion in. Hopefully that isn't going to cost too much money to do, because I would also like to buy some dairy cows and have a dairy, and I would like that because I would like the manure. Because another thing that I've never done in the game is greenhouses, so I wouldn't mind having a crack at that, and seeing how we get on. So yeah, that's the plan for Britain's Farm. As I say, we'll get this disc arrowed, and then we'll get both of these fields drilled. They're both coming rapeseed, so we'll get these disc arrowed, and then we'll get them drilled, and then we will be on to probably combining. We'll be on to combining, and then I don't think we can bale those two fields, so we'll combine them, and then, as I say, we'll be on to then getting them planted as well, because I would like to. We didn't get very much mustard, but it does have a premium price. So although we didn't get very much crop, the little crop that we did get is worth quite a bit. So I wouldn't mind maybe looking at doing another field of mustard, or I might even ask Richard if we can borrow the planter that he's got, and plant a couple of fields of peas or beans, or a sort of a break pulse crop really. It still baffles me today that, and I can't remember how you do it, that I've got the peas needing to be planted and not drilled. There is a way you can do it, so that in the map files, but I can't remember for the life of me how to do it, so I just have to put up with it. I can't believe I did it in the first place, where I did it in the first place where I put the peas and the beans needed planting, but never mind. But yeah, so I hope everyone's okay. Just a massive thank you already in the month for helping me hit another target of recording to this today. We've got 281 subscribers. The target for the 1st of June was 275. So, we're well on the way now to 300. 300 is the next target. Hopefully we can get there. And very much looking forward and excited at the prospect that by the time sort of late summer, early autumn comes, we might be at 500, and that would be an incredible achievement. You know, and it's, you know, considering, I mean, not to go into too much detail about it, but I'm someone that suffers a lot with anxiety, and not necessarily depression as much, but anxiety, self-confidence, I'm very self-deprecating. When I was growing up, I was bullied quite badly. Not only that, as well, I had obviously an illness, and it meant that I was kind of wrapped up in cotton wool and not kind of also exposed to a lot of things that I think children should be exposed to. You know, and it's kind of, as I say, it's left me, you know, sort of suffer really badly with anxiety and you know, confidence issues, and there's someone in my life that constantly, you know, when I sort of go to them and say, well, I'm thinking about doing this, and they're like, oh, you can't do that, you know, oh, you know, oh, that's a waste of time, oh, you know, you'll never be no good at it. And for quite a few years, in regards to YouTube, I listened to them, and didn't do it. And then, as I say, earlier this, well, sort of, I started it last year, about a year ago last year. But all the while, it's kind of like had these nagging thoughts and stuff going through my mind, and that person sort of saying, you know, oh, I told you, you know, you wasn't no good, and because I was believing it, rather than sort of thinking to myself, Jesus, I've only just started, give it a chance. You know, I was kind of like, you know, yeah, they're right again, you know, like, I can't do it, and as I say, and then by sort of, I think August, September last year, I gave up completely, and sort of, you know, sort of stopped. Wasn't enjoying it. You know, was, as I say, was sort of, no, I wasn't being constantly sort of nagged or told or anything like that, but you know, it was sort of it was mentioned when I was asked, you know, well, how's it going, and I'd say like, oh, you know, there's not many views, or you know, blah blah blah, you know, whatever. And they would be like, yeah, I told you, you know, you need skills, you know, you need to be intelligent, you need to this, that, and everything else, you know, and you know, sometimes you just have to accept in life that that's not you. You know, and the thing is, that line gets told to me a lot. You know, sometimes in life you have to accept that that's not you. So it appears that it's not me for nearly everything. You know, and then in January to early February, my gorgeous ex-girlfriend, you know, which I'm gutted that, you know, we're no longer together, sat me down and said, look, you know, that person's entitled to their opinion. This is what I think, and I think you should be doing it. And I started doing it again, and it's just gone from strength to strength to strength. Honestly, I just, oh, look at that, I've done that wrong. I've gone the wrong angle, and that's not going to work out now. I'm going to have a gauze in the middle of the field now. Yeah, so she sort of started giving me confidence, and as I say, like, I'm gutted that relationship went wrong. It was, you know, and that then sort of kind of again threw into question, and that same person was like, oh, you know, your computer and YouTube and farming has, you know, cost you another relationship and blah blah blah. You know, well, the truth of the matter is that, you know, it isn't, you know, what was to blame. But anyway, so all basically I'm trying to say is, and I apologise for kind of saying all that, but you know, without your guys' support and watching the videos, you know, this wouldn't be possible. And as I say, hopefully over the next few months coming, you know, and then, you know, long term over the next few years, we'll be doing some really great content, you know, on farming sim, you know, and hopefully one day building that community that I want to build. I want a place where people like me, like, you know, that might like-minded like me, you know, that can come and be themselves and feel like they fit in and they belong, you know. And I think that's really important, that, you know, we give those people the chance, and for everyone else, you know, for them to just, you know, sort of come here and hang out and probably talk and meet with people, or, you know, certainly talk with people that perhaps they wouldn't normally you know, do in real life. And I think it would be really good, you know. So a massive thank you. As I say, I might as well get it out of the way now. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And also as well, please share the videos. You know, the more you share, honestly, the better it is for all of us, really, because with the subscribers that I'm getting, the comments that I'm getting, you know, the likes that I'm getting on these videos, it's making me want to make more and more and more videos. Like, it's to know that you're doing something well enough that people are kind of accepting and liking is a huge thing. And gradually, slowly but surely, um, I'm starting to shut that person up. And I've, you know, that I don't know if you can tell, but that puts a huge smile on my face to actually sort of think to myself, well, do you know what, actually, you know, I am doing this, and I am actually doing, you know, okay at it, you know, and I'm doing all right, and, you know, people are enjoying, and you know, it's a great feeling. But yeah, so anyway, thank you. And I've gone on a bit there, so we'll get to the end of this breed. I think there's going to be another breed. Like I say, I did the wrong angle. Try. I I was only yeah, just not quite going to get there. Look, I was out by a few, by what, a meter, half a meter, something like that. Never mind. Anyway, we'll crack on with the headlands. I'll put some lovely music on for you guys. Well, hopefully it's lovely music, and I will see you at the end of the video when we've got these two fields drilled. Bye for now. as you can see, we've got most of the drilling done, but unfortunately an old foe has come to visit again, and I've had the memory warning again. Honestly, the quicker I can get a new PC, the much better it's going to be for everyone, because I will be able to do days, complete days in videos, rather than sort of chunks of, sort of taking 2 videos to 3 videos to do one day. And that's what is making the sort of certainly this series move along quite slowly. So as I say, once we can get that new computer with much larger memory, but without wishing to to say sort of too much, or woe me or anything, but as I say, I don't work because of my illness, which obviously means I'm on benefits. And the stories that you hear about people living the life of Riley on benefits are not true. And if they are, if it is true, it certainly isn't for me. So it is going to take a while for me to save up for a new computer, but we will get there. And once we do get there, then things will move on again. And I'm quite excited for that process to happen. And when it comes along, as I say, it will be the better for all of us. But yeah, so as I say, we've got most of the raping now. There's just this field left, and then after this job we can then, because I had to move on a day to plant it, I thought in Britain we always drilled our rapeseed in August, but there we go. So I just assumed that it would let me drill it in August on the game, but yeah, anyway, as I say, we've now got, after this we've got we've got to roll it obviously, but we've also got the combining to finish off. And then once we've finished the combining off, we've got a little bit more cultivating. We've got all the grass to do, because as I say, we need to sell those bales and get some more money in. As everyone knows, I'm hoping to do a farm expansion, and the more money that we can have for that farm expansion, the better it's going to be. And it means that we'll be able to sort of complete the, I haven't done this very straight, have I? And it means we'll be able to complete the expansion all in one go, which is what I want. I don't kind of want a half-built farm, because I've run out of money. So that's why we've been sort of hoarding money. I mean, to be fair, the farm isn't going to be anything special, mainly because this is modelled off Britain's farm, and the farm that I built myself was made out of cardboard and wood. So I'm not going to be building anything extraordinarily special, because that just isn't what happened in real life. But yeah, so as I say, all that's to come. We've got to get the grass done, bale sold, and then once I've done that big grass field, I then want to get that ploughed over, and that's coming another cropping field then. So that will be near enough all of my grass gone, which then just leaves the grass that we have at Richard's. But as Richard is sort of not wanting to do much more farming, he's got his few fields at the other end that he's been farming, but beyond that he's not really sort of doing much farming. He's got 3 fields down that other end, so this end he's quite happy to be grass. I mean, personally I would love to buy it all off him and crop it, but 2 problems there: 1, I haven't got the money, and 2, I don't think he'd sell. So so it doesn't leave me with too many options other than to just keep cutting it and baling it for him. But as I say, it's feeding our cattle, so, and we should soon start to hopefully have the money come from them soon. So that'll be another sort of major source of income for the farm, and then we can keep expanding that way as well. And saying then next year we'll be looking to again hoard money, but this time to buy land. The more land obviously that we can buy, the more crops we can grow, the more crops we can grow, the more crops we've got to sell, the more money, etc, etc, and we can just keep sort of growing along quite nicely. But as I say, all that is coming up in the future and in future episodes and different things. But in the meantime, I'm I'm going to sign off for the episode here. I haven't got much more to do, and to be fair, having seen me drill the other field, you know, I'm sure you know what happens. But as I say, if it hadn't have been for the memory, I would have carried on. You know, you would have seen me drill all of this field and roll the 2 fields, you know, and get on with some other jobs as well, like the combining, and that would have all been in this episode. But unfortunately, again, it's going to be over 2 episodes. I might even do the rolling off camera as well, just so that it does leave enough memory for me to do all of the combine. I've only got 2 fields. They're not very big fields either, so it's not going to take too long. But anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. I've really enjoyed having you along for this episode, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye for now.